The world isn't all sunshine and rainbows. And let me tell you, after the week I've had this week, no one knows this better than me. Look, if you've been reading my emails that I've been sending you on a pretty regular basis, you may get the misconception that I never have a bad day and everything is great with Kirsten and I and our lives and our businesses and everything. The truth is, things are just like with you in your life. There's always challenges. There's always people who disappoint us. There's always a shortfall where we think there's going to be a windfall. Stuff happens. That's just life. But if we were honest with one another, you don't want to hear my problems, and you probably are just grateful that my problems are mine, and you got your own. So that's why you never hear me talk about them. Also because the more energy you give your problems or your concerns, the more that seem to get attracted to your life. And I have plenty. I don't need any more. This week would be a great example. I mean, even going to film this video, as I went to do it, my light stand fell over and the light bulb got broken, which really stinks because I can only get these light bulbs from the US. It takes about 10 days to get here and they cost about 50 bucks. So there's a little bit of evidence for you. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with the negativity. I think it was Viktor Frankl that said, between the stimulus and response there is a space, and that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and freedom. Why do I mention this? Well, I know that several years ago when I was very troubled and I didn't know which way to turn and find a way out, I sought the advice of many mentors. Anthony Robbins, Bob Proctor, even saw a psychologist, not very successfully, worked with the hypnotherapist, also just read a ton of self-help books. And what I got from that was that no matter who you are at any point in your life, you're gonna come upon obstacles, stimulus. And in that space, it's what you decide that obstacle means and how you're gonna approach it that makes the difference in your life and the way you view life. If you're not in the place to consciously train your mind on how to put a positive spin on all these obstacles, you are going to find that more often than not, you're troubled, you're depressed, and not in depression, but just temporarily depressed, or mad, or upset. And these are crappy, unfulfilling emotions. I know this firsthand. Why am I telling you this? Well, because, quite honestly, before I started to do this work with the SFM, I never had a vehicle or a place or a community where I could reach out and get support when I was encountering a lot of obstacles. And when you're running your own online business, you're gonna encounter obstacles. This isn't a get-rich-quick, easy button, do no work, and earn money. There's some learning and depends on your technical abilities. In my case, I had none. So there's a great learning curve in the beginning, but over time, that learning curve goes away, and then it's just getting better and better, honing your skills, much like probably whatever you're currently doing. When you first started, you probably weren't great at it, but over time, you get better and better. And if you put time and effort, you might have even gotten fantastic. You may be tops in your field, but you may find that you're tops in your field, but you never have time for yourself. That's one of the other things I love about the SFM. Being able to leverage a business system. The system works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, so I don't have to. Look, since I've started, I've been to 7 different countries and taken 5 months off in the last 18 or 19 months. How about you? I'm not trying to brag, I'm trying to make a point. If you haven't been able to get this kind of freedom in your life, this may be something you want to, check out. Look, if you're on the fence and you want to talk to me personally, there'll be a link on this email to set up a one-on-one. No pressure, no sales, just question and answer. Doesn't have to be a half hour, it can be 10 minutes. Really, I'm not here to hostage you. Number 2, if you're at the place where you're ready to do this, there's another link called Fill Out Your Application. And for $29.95, you'll get 30 days risk-free to check out our back office and see some of the basics of what the essential education offers. And lastly, if you happen to be somebody who's very negative and can't see yourself doing something great online or in any space in your life, look, I don't want to hold you hostage. You don't have to stay with me. There's a button there. It's called unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. I want to help people. That's my goal, to help people learn how to create a business for themselves. If you want my help, reach out. I'll do my best to do so. If not, I understand. You have some more options. Keep looking. Maybe you'll find someone who's better for you. That's great. Maybe you just need more time. That's cool too. Just keep opening my emails. And, if that's not the case, the unsubscribe button could help. For the other people who are ready to ask some questions, you know what to do. Those that are ready to begin, click on the Join Us button. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope I've helped you, move yourself a little bit further towards creating a life without a boss. I look forward to talking to you, and I hope someday to be working with you. Take care.